Welcome back to another episode of 50 Shades of NBA podcast. This is Nathan.
Oh, me. Yeah, this is Trey.
Oh, yeah, that is you. But we're on episode 20 now.
20.
Yep.
Big pod.
Yeah, big pod. This one's a little different for us, not for you guys.
It's a little wild out here.
Yeah, we got quite the setup, got the recording stuff going, and we're currently watching the Lakers and Thunder game. So we can potentially see LeBron break, the scoring record.
Be crazy.
Yeah. So as it stands right now at the time of the recording, 28 points away. I was a little worried because
he went down with injury.
Yeah, he got slapped in his head.
Right as I placed that 10-cent bet.
Yep. As soon as Trey put a 10-cent bet down on his over for points, which was like 34 and a half, something like that.
He just went down with injury.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is unfortunate timing. But we're not only going to talk about that today.
We have a lot to talk about. Trade deadline ends on Thursday.
And Ore had a huge trade in the NBA.
We did.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we will start by focusing on the Lakers and LeBron, the scoring record. He had, I think, an entertaining quote saying, "Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me."
So he threw that up on Twitter.
Yes, you did.
After the Kyrie trade, which
After
I'm sure you've all heard about. It's the biggest trade so far this season.
Yep, absolutely.
But he threw up "Maybe it's me."
Maybe it's me
on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And, people are like, "Yo,
is it him?
Is it him? Is it me? Is it I? Is it me?
Is it you?
It's you."
But maybe it's me.
But it's him. So everyone kind of had a good, that was a good steal. Had a good, that's a really
terrible.
Russell Westbrook has had
turnover.
2 awful passes in this first quarter. It's been rough.
I guess that's why they want to get rid of him.
Yeah, yeah. And that's back to the maybe it's me, because he was part of the Kyrie trade. That the Nets turned down.
He was pushing it.
It came out, what, Joe Tsai said.
Yeah, Joe Tsai didn't want
I don't want him on the Lakers.
Yep. Honestly, though, if I'm an owner or a GM, I'm petty like that. I'm not going to send my star player who doesn't want to be on my team anymore to a place they want to be. Because a guy of Kyrie's level, the caliber of player you're getting from him, you're going to get offers from all across the league. And that's exactly what happened. But
it is.
I did a little insult to injury.
It is a little insult to injury.
Final screw you, man. With
that pettiness, though, like, when do you get to a point where you're absolutely tanking value that you're getting in the trade there? Because that's why the Pelicans traded AD to the Lakers, right? Is they got a ridiculous amount of value because he was the only team that they were considering.
Yeah.
So I feel like they could have got a lot more from the Lakers than they did the Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith, the first and 2 seconds.
Yeah, well,
right?
I think the only reason why they chose the Mavs over the Lakers is because they still want to try and mend a relationship with KD, and there's been a couple of reports saying that they're not looking at the season as a throwaway. They've been telling teams, no, we want to keep KD on the roster. So this at least still gives him some, competent players on the squad.
Dinwiddie is especially a long time net.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see him return.
Yeah. But he's been a big part of the Sean Marks Nets. Sean Marks is the GM, great GM. But he's a big part of that. Also, LeBron just checked back in with 50 seconds in the first.
All right, why not? Why not? Maybe you can get to .26. Just pull it.
Pull it.
In his
Mid-range
grill.
shot.
Oh, he's passing.
Why would you give to Trey?
Okay, an assist.
Okay, never mind. Troy Brown, good job. Good shot.
You love to see it. But dang, I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, this is a lot. We're
it's kind of difficult.
Splitting our attention a lot here.
We're trying to.
That was a really cool shot.
Dang, bro.
Trying to split our attention. Maybe this isn't the best idea, but we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, we'll let it roll. But talk more about the Kyrie to Dallas trade.
Yeah.
So he did end up going to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Dorian Smith, right? Dorian Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, first-round pick. Dorian Finney-Smith. Sorry. Spencer Dinwiddie, a first-round pick in 2 seconds. And Dallas also got Markieff Morris as a part of that Kyrie trade. So it was a little 2-for-2 player action, and the Nets got a little draft compensation. Yep.
They got a first, unprotected, I believe.
Yep.
2 seconds. He gets it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not,
It's not awful.
For the Nets, if you're trying to contend right now, that's not the worst trade I've ever seen, you know?
No, I'd agree with you. But going off that, how do you think that's going to look? How do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to work? The idea of Kyrie and Luka side by side running the 1 and 2.
Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit in my sport governance class. So shout out them. Shout out Chase. Shout out JD. Shout out everyone else who listens to our pod. Kachani.
Dr. C.
Bam. But we talked about it a little bit. They're both very ball dominant. I did bring up, however, in that class that it was a little bit less ball dominant for Kyrie in Brooklyn, at least when James Harden was there, because he made the willing switch to the 2. And then even though it was a very short-lived big 3 of James, Kyrie, and KD, it was really good when it played.
It was.
You know? And so
in the small sample size we had, it worked.
Yeah, and so there wasn't really the concerns about there's only one ball kind of fell from me. I think a big part of that was Kyrie wanted to be in Brooklyn at the time, though.
Yeah.
So if he ends up
for sure,
not wanting to be in Dallas, it's not going to look as good.
Yeah.
You know, if he's like, I want to force my way to the Lakers in this offseason, it'll be fine.
Which is a very realistic possibility. And Brian Windhorst today on First Take even said the Lakers and Kyrie, like, this isn't done. The dust hasn't settled.
Yeah.
Like, we can definitely see him ending up there in the off season. So,
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, it's a little bizarre for sure. Just seeing 2 such heavily high usage players with Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Both being on the same team, both sharing the same backcourt. But I think, at least short term, I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work out this season.
Yeah.
Because just the talent is too high to really not work out, you know?
I'd agree.
So that's where I'm at. I think...
You think the talent overcomes whatever discrepancies?
At least for this season.
Okay.
No idea about next year. No idea if he really... Where Kyrie wants to go. I did see he did like his interview with like Maverick stuff. He's like, I'm so excited to play with one of these international beasts.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. All these great things. Just really building up Luka. He said he didn't want to lead the team. He wanted to lead alongside Luka, which I thought was a very interesting Kyrie quote.
Yeah. I think that is too, considering how Brooklyn did go. I don't, like, you look at that team, it seemed like no one wanted to lead, period.
Yeah.
And no one really talked about leadership on that team or whose team it was. So I think it's cool that he's given Luka the nod and understanding, hey, man, this is your team. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, he literally was like, whatever I can do to alleviate what he has to do.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, all right, this could work because this is the true. There aren't many true 1A, 1Bs in the NBA. And this is a very clear 1A, 1B type situation with Kyrie and Luka. Just because they're both so talented. But at the same time, I mean, we thought the same thing when they got Kristaps, that it was going to be a 1A, 1B type deal. And it was not. It became a 1 and a 2 to 3, depending on the night, you know? Like,
healthy.
2C.
Yeah.
Is that LeBron's headphones? LeBron has the headphones with the number of points he wants.
Yep. That's
38,380, 38?
Something like that, right around there. Big number, to say the least. Also, Kareem is in attendance tonight, as well as Shannon Sharp, 200 plus freaking media members, his mom, high school teammates.
High school friends. I'm sure Rich Paul's there.
Probably.
Agent.
But there's a lot of big time notable names in attendance tonight for the Lakers.
For sure.
And Thunder game.
For sure.
It makes sense. I mean, it's kind of cool to see a tie or a record that no one thought would be broken, potentially be broken right before your very eyes. And I say that as LeBron misses a layup.
I would like to point out just real quick, the Josh Giddey layup before that was one of the worst shots I've ever seen.
Did it go in?
No.
Oh.
He shot it to like the top of the backboard and it just kind of flew away.
That's unfortunate.
It was really funny to see.
Come on, Josh.
It's
all good.
Timothy
Chalamet. I did get Josh Giddey, though.
You did get Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
I was very happy for you.
NBA TikTok, guess that.
Hey,
NBA player
go check that out because we've apparently been popping off in content.
Little likes here and there.
The world's telling us that our content's is getting better. I don't know if that's true.
That's what the
I feel like
likes
it's
say,
the same
man.
level of content.
I think so. We're just finally getting out to the masses of couple hundred people at a time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we got 1,000 on one of them.
We've had 1,000 on a couple. But anyway, I'm going back to Kyrie, Luka, how I think that's going to work. I think in an ideal world, just looking at the basketball court, I think it works great. I don't know why, but I'd want Kyrie to still be doing his thing, be more of the primary ball handler, and have Luka kind of mirror what Kevin Durant was doing in Brooklyn. Because you look at that when KD, Kyrie were playing together this season, the Nets were third in the East. Granted, East, West, a little different. Teams are different.
For the second in there for a while.
Yeah, they were. I think Luka, his game is more, or he has a better ability to play off the ball than Kyrie does, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I think Kyrie's too ball dependent as a player, and Luka can still be just as effective moving around because he'll draw so much attention. I think he'll draw more attention. My bad, I pushed you.
I thought so.
I think Luka will draw more off-ball attention than Kyrie would, just because of the season he's having.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna disagree.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Kyrie is more dangerous off-ball.
Okay.
Than Luka is, because Luka is dangerous in 1,000 ways with the ball in his hands, same as Kyrie. But Luka's passing, I don't know, his passing ability is definitely higher, but his passing numbers are significantly higher.
Yeah.
And you have guys like Dwight Powell who are like getting consistent numbers because Luka is that good at finding players. If you have Kyrie running off of screens, him pulling backdoor cuts, I mean, Kai might be kind of nice off the ball. Because I mean, again, I'm thinking back to James Harden, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Where he was off ball a lot. You know, and that was kind of like, that's where Harden started going 12, 13, 14 assists.
Yeah.
And so if we see that Luka, who's already doing
LeBron with the tough end one layup,
23 points to the record. If you see Luka going with those nice little like 11, 12, 13 assist numbers now, imagine instead of kicking it out to Spencer Dinwiddie and Tim Hardaway on the perimeter, you got Kyrie Irving.
That's fair. Okay.
And then, you know, you stagger the minutes a little bit so that way when Luka's off, Kyrie has like, you know, 4 to 5 to 6 minutes. Shannon Sharp was just going crazy right there.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
But you have Kyrie for 4 to 5 to 6 minutes just being like, man, I could just kind of do
22 points
whatever I want.
Yeah. I think the beauty of this trade is you can do both and you can kind of switch what approach you want to go with depending on the night and the matchups. So I'm really big on this trade for just, if I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan and looking at it strictly basketball, I'm very excited about where the season's going and what you're going to get done and accomplish this year. But kind of going into that, winners, losers of this trade.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
So my big winners, right? My number one winner of this trade is Luka. Luka gets the best teammate he's ever had in life.
Point blank.
Ever.
Maybe the best he'll ever get in his career, but it's early to tell.
Truly possible. Because Kyrie is, despite all of his flaws and polarizing personality and all of his comments, such a good player.
Yep.
Such a good player. He's so good. It's kind of crazy. Just the level of talent in that backcourt right now. Yeah. I like it a lot. My other winner, Kyrie. How many superstars request the trade and then like 2 days later they're gone? Yep.
Not Kevin Durant.
Not Kevin Durant. Not Ben Simmons.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Not Anthony Davis. Not Jimmy Butler.
Wow.
Bro, it's crazy. Like 2 days, they were like, all right.
They weren't messing around.
They weren't. And a lot of that goes back to
say the word.
We don't want Kyrie. He's a distraction. Type mentality the Nets definitely seem to have had at the end of that. But yeah, it's crazy. And then what was my other winner here? Oh, Brooklyn Nets fans.
Yeah.
They're definitely sick of Kyrie.
Understandable.
And pulling that trigger so quickly does so much for your fans as a fan base, because you're just like, you don't want to be here? We don't want you here. Oh, you're not here.
Yeah.
Oh, and we get Spencer back?
There you go.
It's a heartwarming story. Yeah.
It really is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Just on that topic of the Brooklyn fans, the New York Daily Post or some news article or headline relating to that, like their term, or what do you call it? The newspaper. I don't know what their actual
title,
business or organization was called, but it doesn't matter. The title on the back page was "He's your headache now," and it was just a picture of Kyrie.
Yeah.
In reference to the trade, which I thought that was really funny.
Was the word you're trying to think of business?
Yeah, business, dude. I don't know why that escaped me. I apologize for y'all listening. But
I was like trying to think of where I'm like headline, bro.
Yeah,
the back page. What do you want?
Yeah, that was a struggle bus, but oh well. But moving on.
But who are your winners? You agree? You got any more winners?
I'd say winners absolutely Luka, Dallas fans. My losers are actually the Lakers in this.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah.
He would have loved to have Kyrie back.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Imagine Kyrie got traded and was out at the game where he broke his record.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so special.
Yeah,
for him.
that'd be awesome. Because honestly, LeBron and Kyrie, that's a dynamic duo.
That's the duo.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They worked so well together.
That's
some PB&J.
That's my favorite duo of all time, right there.
Wow.
I might have to stand by that.
All right.
I do this a lot where I say something and then I have to think about whether I stand by it. I think I might have to.
Okay. We'll come back to you at the end of the episode and ask.
I'll try to think of others.
A loser I have is the Lakers, just because you have the potential to get a guy of that caliber. Move on from Russell Westbrook, although he has been playing well as of late for the Lakers, potential 6th man of the year candidate.
Facts.
You'd still much rather have Kyrie Irving.
Is there any? We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right.
My big losers, right?
Yeah.
Let me give them to you here.
Mm-hmm.
The Brooklyn organization, because they're kind of like, you know, they're kind of like
had the best big three on paper 2 years ago, and
they did, and they've lost both of them, and you got Ben Simmons to show for it. And listen, you got Dinwiddie, you got a lot of expensive role players is what you have. Dorian's like 12, 11, 10 to 12 million dollars a year. Dinwiddie's like 18 to 21, I feel like somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ben Simmons on a max. I mean, these are expensive role players who are good at what they do.
Yeah.
Does Dorian make Ben kind of redundant now, though?
A little bit.
I mean, outside of playmaking, which they need now, to be fair, but they really didn't. Like, Ben was their primary assist leader, I feel like, this season anyway. So I do think the organization, if they'd held out a little bit longer, if they waited to the trade deadline, if they sent it to the Lakers, you get more picks for that.
Yeah.
I could see you getting 2 first-round picks plus the same haul from Dallas just because they were desperate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Mark Cuban and Luka made it very clear Luka made it really clear that he needed and wanted someone else.
Yeah.
And Mark listened, so props to him on that.
Mark will always listen to Luka.
Mark will.
That leads into my second big loser here is Dallas's locker room chemistry. It's a little wild now because listen, like Dallas has very much been one of those sit and develop players. Dorian has been on that team for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
It was like a 70, 69 2K, and now it's like a 78, 81 type range.
Progression.
Seriously, like they just kind of sit in these players and they reward them with big contracts, like Dorian, like Dwight Powell, like all those type of players. They'll just be like, yeah, like you deserve to be paid. We're gonna pay you, and that's like the inverse of what they were doing after they won the championship with Dirk. Yeah, and so they're trying to like
absolutely
correct that. Yeah. So I think a big thing here is now you're adding Kyrie, and Dinwiddie's not as big of a loss for the locker room chemistry as someone like Dorian is. Where it's just like, man, like that's a homegrown talent kind of guy. Like I don't want to get rid of Dorian, but we get Kyrie. But Kyrie's on a 1-year rental who could very well leave, and he wants this much contract. And do we want to give it to him after what he's done over the past 2 years? Yeah, 3 years.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions going to be surrounding that organization for the coming months.
LeBron's in the post.
He is in the post.
He's getting doubled by Josh Giddey.
He's just kicking it out to Austin Reeves for 3. Rick.
Why did they not add shooters?
Man.
Like, why not? Like, why did you not?
Like, look good on that team? Kyrie.
He would look good on that team. Not nearly as good as Buddy Hield.
Okay. Buddy Hield.
That's not true. That's a wrong thing. But I would like Buddy Hield on this team.
That'd be fun.
Thunder on a 10-0 run in in the last 2 minutes.
Ooh,
Never mind,
big
10-3. LeBron just took a 3.
Yes, he did. 19 points away from the record.
He's going to break this record tonight.
He is. There's
Holy crap.
7.5 minutes left here in the second, and he's 19 points away.
Should we even go watch the Lakers game against the Bucks on Thursday then?
I guess not. It's meaningless at that point. All right. Tough layup.
Okay. All right.
Continuing on with our list here, there were reports that the Suns were trying to move on from CP3 right around like the time the Kyrie news broke. That came either shortly after or shortly before. And what you have it down that the Timberwolves were
the Timberwolves. It came out that they were trying to get into the sweepstakes as well.
Okay.
This is another problem for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Is this happened so fast that not enough teams were
ready
to fully go through their roster and be like, can we trade this player? Can we trade this player? Can we not trade this player? So, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the Timberwolves, that was a bad shot.
That was a bad shot.
What the Timberwolves would have given up in that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you got D'Lo, right? Which would be cool.
Ship him off.
Return to the Nets.
Yeah.
They don't have his coach anymore, Kenny Atkinson, but they do, have his GM. They have his team, like his colors. Because when I think of D'Lo, I think of Nets D'Lo.
I do too.
I don't think of Lakers D'Lo.
That's the best D'Lo.
I sometimes think of Warriors D'Lo because I think his jersey would look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Warriors jerseys look really cool.
Nets D'Lo was the best D'Lo
Absolutely.
you've ever seen.
Absolutely. He was so cool. And I remember watching that
Nets team overall was
that Nets Sixers series where Jared Dudley and Ben Simmons were in a fight, and it was like Jared Dudley of all people.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Jared Dudley is like a little Mr. Potato Head.
He really is. He really is.
The fact that man, like looking at him, like this man cannot. Why is he on the court right now?
Bro, that guy is closer to LeBron than we are to him.
It's crazy.
Thanks, Brian Scalabrine, for the quote.
Uh-huh. That is a goated quote.
That's Scalabrine's best quote.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's got 18 right now.
Oh.
This is the middle of the second.
One from the line. Got the rebound. Taking it up the court.
Pull up. That's a drive.
Driving a half, and he's getting hacked. They're just sending him to the line. Well, if they keep sending him to the line,
he's going to have to go to the line 18 more times to break it.
Yep.
He makes one of every two.
He really is. I told Trey this before we started recording. I was like, if he just was like 80% from the line for his career, this would have been broken a decent amount of games ago. I just want to put that out.
Sorry, I'm just taking a deep
breath.
breath.
No, you're cool. You're cool. But continuing on, Suns potentially going to move on from CP3. Nice, 17 points away. Potentially going to move on from CP3.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? I think CP3 adds enough to that Brooklyn team to keep it more afloat than Dinwiddie does.
I think it does too. If he was on the Nets, that'd be good. I don't know. I think if I'm the Suns, if I could look at trying to acquire an OG and an OB or even a Gary Trent at this point, I'd be okay with that. I don't know. I just see CP3 going to the Raptors for somebody.
Yeah, and then he just leads them to the playoffs and rejuvenates his career and gets traded again for a first.
Because that's the cycle of CP3.
I think he's gone, dude.
I think he is too.
I think this is like last year was the last good CP3 we're gonna see, which is I know you don't like him, but I'm kind of sad about it. I mean, that's the end of an era.
Yeah, it really is. Time is closing. The window's closing on his career. But another dude who
kind of
D Wade sitting courtside. Another dude who's kind of in a similar situation, an older point guard.
Hello, Denzel Washington. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the crowd.
No,
bro.
You're good. You're good. But another name kind of similar to CP3, older point guard, is Kyle Lowry, and the Heat have been looking to move on from him as well.
Mike Muscala 3.
Do you think
so?
You're good. Do you think Kyle Lowry is a guy that is in a new spot post trade deadline?
I think so. I saw something today that the Heats were finally softening on their not trading Kyle Lowry stance, which I don't know why they had that stance in the first place.
I don't either.
He's on a booty cheek contract. It's not great. It's not great. But I do think that they're trying to trade him. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to find a partner.
Okay.
I don't know how they can. Who wants a Kyle Lowry for like 25 mil, 28 mil, something crazy?
I don't know if, like you're saying, I don't know how big of a market he actually has.
I mean, if we're saying a second costs $5 million, or like $5 million to dump is a second.
Okay.
You're talking like 6 seconds, which is basically 2 to 3 firsts to dump that, maybe. Maybe 1 if you're lucky and you find a team like a Houston.
Yeah.
But he's not on an expiring contract.
Nope.
You're tying up their books for 2 years, this year and next, which is not great.
No.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you move Kyle. I'm sure Pat Riley can find a way.
There's a will, there's a way.
And if there's a Pat Riley, it can just happen. Seriously, that guy's insane.
He is kind of goated at what he does. He's good at this whole basketball thing.
He is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kyle Lowry, if I'm trying to make a push for contention or just buffer my team that much more, I don't know if I target a guy like Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I don't know if I am either. Unless, seriously, 15 mil would be max that I could pay Kyle Lowry and justify it.
Yeah. I don't know. Not a good contract.
It's not a good contract.
Declining in efficiency as a player. But
he's still the defensive menace. He's still got the right mindset for basketball. He's old.
Yeah, he's old. And
Kyle, I'm sorry, man. I know you're listening to this right now.
Big pod, that's
Hashtag why. Big pod. And I know you're listening. And I don't.
The reality of it.
Nothing,
we're calling it how we see it.
Nothing but respect for you, man. Like, I love Kyle Lowry. Philly guy. Not 76er guy, but Philly guy.
Yeah, Philly guy.
Toronto Raptor, longtime man. DeMar DeRozan's best friend. Like, I love you. But you don't got it anymore. That's just unfortunate.
I like it.
That's just unfortunate.
Well, since you mentioned him, DeMar DeRozan.
Talking about DeMar DeRozan now?
Yeah. DeMar DeRozan is also, his name's been flown around in the trade talks.
Everyone on the Bulls is. Everyone is.
If you're the Bulls, do you want to make a move to ship someone out? Or who would you look to acquire? So
here's my thing with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Why did you build this team if you didn't think it could contend with this much money?
That's fair.
So why would you give up on it 1 year in? Because Lonzo's injured?
Yep.
Everyone's under contract next year, bro. Right? I'm pretty sure. DeMar's got 3 years left, including this.
Okay.
Levine's got 2. Lonzo's got 2 or 3. Caruso might have to get re-signed or might have 1 after this.
What's Vooch? What's he on?
Vooch is probably on a 2, maybe a 1.
Okay.
I can check it.
Yeah.
I can check it.
You're saying you would want them to write it out with the team currently constructed?
I wouldn't want them to, but I wouldn't have constructed this garbage team.
Okay.
With this much money.
That's fair. That is fair.
So at this point, like, I just need them to, like, either we were wrong and tank everything, or just be like, I guess we just hope that we come together next year, get a MLE type guy. Because, I mean, you got Lonzo, if he's healthy, when he's healthy. He'll be healthy soon.
He will.
You have Lonzo. You have Zach LaVine. You have Patrick Williams. You have DeMar DeRozan. You have Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah.
You have two All-Stars, potential All-Stars, 1 borderline
All-star
guy,
caliber,
and then 1 all-defensive first-team caliber guy. How are you not contending?
Yeah.
And I see all these things like, the Bulls, even if they were healthy, couldn't make it past the 6th seed. Like, I don't know. They're really, like, they have a lot of talent.
They definitely do.
The problem is the talent's not healthy, and the talent's aging. And Zach LaVine wants a bigger role, and I used to be a big anti-Zach LaVine guy.
Yeah.
And then I was a very big pro Zach LaVine guy, and I don't know where I'm at anymore.
You're just Zach LaVine.
He's good at basketball and scoring specifically. I think I would look to move Vooch and DeMar.
Vooch and DeMar.
This year.
What kind of teams do you think are interested in a DeMar and Vooch?
The Lakers.
Okay. Lakers for both or Lakers for DeMar?
Both.
Okay. I see him leaning a little more towards.
They definitely lean way more towards DeMar.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I think if the Lakers could get their pick from the Bulls roster, it'd definitely be Zach LaVine.
Bro, I'm so wrong. Vooch is a free agent next year.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Trade him.
Well, yeah.
Get rid of him.
All right. Well,
I don't know why I guess with that,
I would just blow it up. Admit you're wrong. Admit that.
But is Vooch really that big of a loss?
Well, blow up Vooch and DeMar.
Dang.
And then try and build around Lonzo
Zoe and LaVine. I mean, they're both maxed out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you need to trade Vooch right now for anyone with more than 1 year, making a similar salary. That man is named Buddy Hield. Find a way. You need to find a guy who's got the same amount of, like roughly the same, roughly like 19 to 24 $million. I think that's roughly what they can trade Vooch for.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, can we do a 1-for-1?
Yeah.
And that way,
No
the other
picks,
team
no
gets a
funny
better player,
business.
and then you get the salary that can match in the future.
Okay.
Unless if you can't find a Vooch trade right now, like a meaningful Vooch trade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't get what they're doing. I don't understand the roster construction.
Yeah.
I know Chase started listening to us, and he was like, "Do you talk about the Bulls?" And I was like, "Never in a good way."
Yeah. Well,
we're never positive about the Bulls.
This isn't the episode for you either, Chase.
So shout out Chase if you're
there's
listening.
There's just not a lot to be positive
That's
about.
what he said.
Unless
He was
you're
like,
in
"I
the
get it."
90s, dude. Like,
he's like,
it's the reality of it.
But
I'm glad he understands.
Yeah, he's a very smart Bulls fan, which is super cool.
That's good.
Like he very much knows that they're not in contention at all times, every time for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm. He's not reminiscing on the glory days.
Yeah, because he was
like
probably,
Cowboys fans.
Yeah, dang, Cowboy fans stay catching strays on our show. Sorry, Dad.
Cowboy fans equal Bulls fans from 90s. I don't know what other similarities you can draw.
I mean, Cowboys fans in the 90s were the same as Bulls fans in the 90s.
I just had to make sure that the reminiscing on the glory days.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely that. Okay. It's absolutely that.
So how to make sure that was clear.
The only difference is the Cowboys like hold a we dem boys, this is our year type mentality.
Every year after.
And they don't get past the first round because they give Mike McCarthy a head coaching job.
Boom. Cowboy slander, and I'm here for it. Well,
sorry, Dad.
They got past the first this year. They beat a very bad Tampa Bay team,
but they got past the first.
They got past the first.
First. That's fine.
Pray on the Cowboys' downfall.
I'm not gonna say that.
I do.
My dad will.
I will.
My dad will.
I'm sorry, Trey's dad. I'm sorry. It's nothing.
It's
personal.
Mr. Bart. It's Mr. Dad to you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Trey's dad. It's nothing personal. It's just
we're so off topic right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's get back on
We'll reel it back in. We'll reel it back in.
Who would you want to trade like a Vooch to?
Damn, dude.
$22 million.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Huh. What
are you thinking?
Phoenix. A little Phoenix
Give him
switchery. Aiton for Vooch and a first?
I mean, if Phoenix wants that.
A heavily protected first?
Yeah. If would be the one saying, yeah, we'll do that.
It's a lot more proven of a commodity than DeAndre.
If I'm the Bulls, I'd be like, hell yeah, I would take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
if I'm the Bulls, I'd take it in a heartbeat. If I'm Phoenix, I'm a little hesitant. I'm a lot hesitant, but what?
I'm going to predict it right here. Thursday, Nikola Vucevic becomes a Charlotte Hornet.
Oh, okay.
For Terry Rozier.
Huh.
Terry for Vooch, straight up.
Okay.
That was a tough bucket.
What's Scary Terry's contract right
Roughly
now?
How
many years?
I think he's got. I'm not going to guess anymore. I'm going to guess. I think it's 2 more years after this, but I'll look it up.
My only problem with that, I'm thinking, when Lonzo does come back next year, you have Lonzo, Levine, and Scary Terry.
It's not a recipe for success.
Levine doing small forward, or just Terry coming off
3 more
the
years
bench?
after this.
Okay.
Terry would be your bench player.
Okay. If you run it like that, I'd be more down for it.
Terry would be your bench player, similar to the D'Lo Warriors, except like discount, like Walmart brand D'Lo Warriors, where you just have someone with value who you can trade as a salary matcher or as a salary, just like a pick getter.
Nice trade bait.
Yeah, just someone that you could have as an asset who is under contract. So I'm going to say Vooch to the Hornets.
Vooch to the Hornets.
For Terry Rozier.
Okay.
Straight up.
Word.
Now that I'm saying that,
I feel like if I don't know, I'm not big on Vooch.
I'm not big on Vooch either. But I do know the Hornets are actively trying to trade Terry Rozier.
They are.
And I mean, Plumlee's doing great this year.
Yes, he is.
But I would also like to state the Hornets name a center that they've had in the past like 3 years that isn't Plumlee.
Dwight Howard? I don't know
3
if that
years.
was past 3 years.
Bro, 3 years ago Dwight Howard was on the Lakers.
Dang,
and the Sixers.
Dang.
That would be the Lakers time.
Shoot. PJ. No, PJ's a power forward. PJ Washington.
Yep.
Darn.
He's in trade talks too.
I ain't got nobody for you then. That was a good one. Well, Vooch.
I mean, they don't.
You can be the center.
See, the problem is they're also trying to tank for Wemby.
Ooh.
I talked myself out of it in my head as I was saying it because I'm like, they're looking for Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
Does Vooch really impact winning like that as a one?
No.
Well, option one.
No.
Even then, you could shut him down for the year. Just hope he resigns.
Just buy him out.
Yeah.
You buy him out.
You're not going to trade a trade asset for a buy him out guy.
You get picks maybe associated with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It's rough because it feels like a lot of the time I feel like no team needs anything other than wing defenders and shooters.
Yeah.
You know?
That's kind of what
and if
the
you're not a
contenders
wing defender shooter,
to.
You know?
Like that's what you want. That's the only thing you want.
Like Vooch isn't going to push any team over the no,
he's not.
He's not going to lead any team.
No.
If you can add him to a team that's already established that needs someone or has a young star, I'll be honest with you. I wanted Vooch to the Dallas Mavericks before what's his butt got picked up? Kyrie.
Okay.
Now I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, that would be something that makes sense. Vooch to the Nets would be cool. But they got Claxton, so you could run Vooch as a sixth man, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just hope that they'll do Ben Simmons for him straight up.
Oh, jeez. Moving on from Ben. Do you think I don't think the Nets will move on from Ben.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they can.
I think the first overall pick with the max contract who doesn't shoot threes and is regressing to
I don't think
way worse than he ever was before is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he has like no value right now. Just straight up.
Seriously. I can't believe we got James Harden for.
Yeah, talk about a finesse.
Bro, everyone was
about
like
foresight.
Sixers lost the trade. And then everyone's reasoning for it was like Ben's exactly what Brooklyn needs. Kyrie, KD, and Ben, elite. And we get Seth Curry, bro, you lost. Seth Curry's the best person you got in that trade.
Yep,
which,
he really
I'll be honest with you, hurts my soul he's not on the Sixers. Mm-hmm. Hurts my soul.
Could he be reunited?
Not at the trade deadline.
Tough.
Not at the trade deadline.
Tough,
he is a free agent next year, though.
Okay, there you go. Maybe he'll come full circle for you.
If he'll come in for the taxpayer MLE, I'll take him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll cry. I'll burst into tears, man.
Would you buy a Seth Curry jersey?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. It's like, wow. I love him that much, then.
I do love him that much. Jersey's expensive, man.
Jerseys are expensive.
I did almost buy a Tyrese Maxey jersey yesterday, though.
Okay.
They were on sale for $55.
Yo, that's not bad.
Him and Joel jerseys.
Was it like last year's City Edition or something?
No, it was one of them was that one, like my Furcon one I got, which we'll talk about later.
Yes, we will.
And then it's like the white version of the blue jerseys I wear all the time. The standards. Yeah. Just the white version. $55.
Not too bad. Well, since you brought up Mr. Korkmaz.
I can't talk about it right now, bro. We're going to have to talk about it at the end because I will cry.
Man.
It was such a good segue, but it hurts my soul.
Okay, fine. Do you want to talk about Mr. Vanderbilt?
Oh, Jared?
Yeah, Jared.
Why don't you give us your Utah Jazz analysis of Jared Vanderbilt this year?
Great player. He's been great for the Utah Jazz. But honestly, where I want the Jazz to go, we see that they can compete in the West, but they're not going to be good enough to go anywhere in the playoffs if they make it. So he has a lot of value for contenders, and you might as well just get something for him. I genuinely want the Jazz to blow it up, and you said earlier that the Sixers were interested in him.
He's their number one target right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that'd be match made in heaven then.
I would give up a first for Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I would love that. I do in a heartbeat.
I don't want to give up Tease, though, but I feel like do you think, going back to Ferk, we keep hinting at it. We'll hint at it all night.
Okay.
Do you think Ferk plus a first gets Vanderbilt?
With Danny Ainge as our GM, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he likes the first.
He does
as
like
long
the
as
first.
If it's a second, that wouldn't move me whatsoever.
Maybe Tease in a second.
Yeah.
Another second could get it done.
I think the fact you bring in a first round pick that
you can have a
that
first.
Would deal it.
Absolutely. I would give him a first for Vandy, like that.
Word. Yeah, then I would say you would have a deal. But I think I want him to go on the move. Great player, and hopefully he gets on a contender. And I just want to build draft capital at this point.
Yeah.
I also want them to move on from Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson in the most respectful ways. As with every player in the NBA, the Lakers have been
linked
to wanting to trade with them. So in due time, but yeah, there you go. That's my rundown on Vanderbilt. I don't think he'll be on the squad post trade deadline, but we will see. Moving on from there, we got Dwayne Dedmon salary dump, second round pick to San Antonio, and you said he's going to be bought out?
Yes, he is going to be bought out.
All right.
He's I don't think it's a agreed upon thing right now, but I definitely saw something today from like a Shams or Woj, some credible source of Dwayne Dedmon will not be on this team for very long. The key part of this is the second.
Yeah.
Basically what we're realizing is salary dumping $5 million costs one second round pick right now, which is not a crazy amount. But
what would you equivalent that to Bojan? How many Bojans?
How many Bojans gets me a second?
Yeah.
I would trade
like a quarter.
An eighth of a Bojan for a second.
Wow, that's good.
Maybe a quarter, but probably an eighth of a Bojan. So that would mean I could get 8 seconds for a Bojan, which would be the equivalent of 4 swaps or 2 unprotected. Yeah, I'm sticking with an eighth.
Okay, word.
1/8 Bojan equals 1 second.
Perfect.
But I do not believe that 8 Dwayne Dedmon equals a Bojan.
I don't either. That's kind of gross to think about.
That's not. I did the value wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 1/8. 1/8 of a Bojan is worth a second.
All right, word. But that's a short-lived little experiment there with Mr. Dedmon.
What a weird continuum.
Sorry, yeah. It'll go with us till the day I die.
It really will. You'll be on your deathbed and you'll be like, I would give 11 Bojans to see tomorrow.
Nah,
but not 12.
I would ask you how many Bojans my life was worth.
Oh, bro, right now it's
that's what I would ask.
It's worth 100 million Bojans right now.
Wow. Much appreciated.
Infinity Bojans. Your life means so much more to me than a Bojan.
Wow.
But 101 million Bojans,
okay, yeah.
I might have to pick the Bojan there.
I won't even be mad at that.
Bro, imagine you died and 101 million Bojans just appeared in the world.
Spawned in the city of Dubuque.
Just stab you and you 100 million Bojans. That'd be crazy.
Talk about a news headline.
Man dies at the University of Dubuque campus. In other news, 101 million Bojan Bogdanovic has appeared in Dubuque, Iowa.
Perfect.
Bam.
That's the headline.
Bam.
All right.
They all sign with the team.
All sign with University of Dubuque.
We'd be elite.
NIL deals.
We'd be elite.
Calapity. Oh my gosh, I have a whole nother thing with Okay, I'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it in a
talk about the land.
We clearly have a lot of time left to kill. LeBron's still at 16 points until the record.
Oh, word. Okay. But anyway, Korkmaz?
Is that all that's left on there?
That's all that's left,
Oh,
brother.
my boy.
That's all that's left.
So Furkan Korkmaz.
Yes.
The first jersey I ever bought myself was a Furkan Korkmaz red and blue jersey. And I bought it because I made a tweet when I first started working at PSN. I said, Furk, if you resign, I'll buy a Furk jersey.
Yep.
And then a little bit later, he had his birthday party, and on his birthday, he had a 76ers cake with his number on it.
Nice.
And I was like, oh man, bro. And then Furk signed a 3-year, $15 million. I was so excited. I wrote a piece about him being the biggest steal of a contract in the NBA. Got thousands of views, maybe 1,000, maybe just 1,000. But it was a very big deal. It was on Bleacher Report, very big deal. Furk in our career, my career is very tied to your career in the beginning. You never acknowledged my tweet about the jersey though. But I was very excited. And it's just
it's going to be tough to see him go, huh?
Furkan Korkmaz demanded a trade.
Yes, he did.
I'm going to be honest with you, for the second time in his career.
Yep.
Last time he got a contract extension. So
who knows?
He's out. He's gone, dude. I don't know if he's gone right now.
Yeah. Eventually, though.
So the Sixers said they would include him in any trade deal they make this deadline.
Word.
Trying to do right by Furk. Furkan, I reached out to you on Instagram DM, trying to get you on here. We would love to have you on just to talk about your time in Philly, talk about what playing time means to you, all those type of things. I would love to have Furkan Korkmaz. So if you're listening to this, go to his Instagram.
Flood his DMs.
Flood his DMs,
Help
but
us
also
out.
get on that comment section. Get on the comment section on his latest pick and be like, yo, hey, Furk, #BigPod. Why don't you join at 50 Shades of NBA Pod? Just
probably got
just
plenty
like
of
a
time
10-minute segment
right now.
That's all I need.
All-Star break's coming up.
Yeah,
If he
All-Star
does
break's
get
coming up.
traded-
You've played it in 3 of the last 12 games, averaging 10.1 minutes per game,
Perfect.
like 3.7 points per
Perfect.
game, shooting 41% from the field, 35.4 from 3.
Come on now, all the stats.
Might be 44% from the field.
Okay.
I think it's 41. He's shooting better than he did last year. Not quite to where he was the year before that.
Okay.
I just want him back. I just take me back to the process era. Give me some more Furk.
Damn.
I don't believe that.
I was gonna say that was a risky.
I was just emotional, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it is funny though, because that means both the first round picks the Sixers made in 2016 have demanded a trade in back-to-back seasons. Ben Simmons was the first pick.
That's a good little stat.
Furkan was the 26th pick. That 2016 draft
Kind of did you dirty, huh?
I think Jaylen Brown's the only one from the top 3 still on their team because Jaylen Brown was 3rd to the Celtics. Brandon Ingram was 2nd to the Lakers.
Wow.
And then Ben Simmons was 1st to the Sixers.
Wow.
Here, you talk about some more stuff. I'm going to look up that draft class real quick.
Okay. Trey's doing that, but I just thought of this and going back to the Nets a little bit. Since Kyrie's been off the team, Cam Thomas, their young guard.
Oh my gosh.
He's been cooking, dude. His past 3 games all have been over 40. The other night, he had his first 40-point game. He's like the youngest player since LeBron to score 40 in a game.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I don't know how long it'll last. His thing's always been he's a great scorer, great offensive potential, but he's shorter and doesn't play defense. So that's the big drawback on him because a lot of people in the NBA or on benches around the league can give you buckets, and that's just the reality of it. Like they're all capable of having those type of scoring performances, especially if a Kevin Durant is not on the court.
That's very true.
The reason why, other players, starters get those minutes, even though if they're not putting up 40 minutes a night, it's kind of, this is all what I've seen, all what I've been reading, because he doesn't bring anything else. No playmaking. He's just a bucket type of deal.
He is a walking bucket. And
I just think it's interesting. It's cool to see. You're like, oh, wow, you had this on your bench the whole time.
You're like, why'd you have this on your bench the whole time? Oh, wait,
there's a little more.
You're 0-2 in games where he scores 40 points.
Yeah.
Which is not a fair indictment because they don't have Kyrie anymore and they don't have KD, who's not going to make the All-Star game.
He's not. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We'll talk about
that. Talk about that now or in a sec?
I want to do it now since we brought it
ahead.
up. All right. Kevin Durant is not going to play in the All-Star game due to his injury. And who does that give room
Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Put him in the starters.
Yep.
Put him in the starters.
And you have to. There's no other.
My boy. Who else are you going to put in the starters?
I don't know.
No one.
Julius Randle.
You watch your mouth. You watch it right now.
Julius Randle also.
Listen, if you're going to sit there and make it be almost positionless and have it be guards and forwards, or backcourt and front court, but you're still going to have the all-NBA teams be guard, small forward, power forward, center, and snub them like that, why are the All-Star games not also guard, forward, center?
I think the All-Star game is more for the fans.
I'll kill you.
And
there's been 2 threats on your life today. One's over Bojan, second over Joel. The 2 things I care about most in this world.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's because All-Star game, it's just for the fans.
It is just easier for the fans.
For their favorite backcourt players to get in.
It is.
All-NBA. I do see what you're saying.
You're only still getting 2 backcourt players, which is the same as the All-NBA teams. The only difference is instead of a forward, and a center, you're doing 3 front court players, and it's like, or front court players, and you're just like, okay, but why is it not center? Like Joel deserves to be a starter in that game. He's having I'm going to say it again. He's having the best year of his career for the third year in a row. He's up the ante. Still waiting for that other shoe to drop. It's going to have to be next year, I guess, unless he starts dropping 40 for the year.
Cam Thomas numbers.
Cam Thomas numbers.
Then we'll talk.
Bro, I cannot believe. I'm enthusiastic that he's going to be an all-star starter, more than likely.
Do you know when they'll announce that?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay, that's awesome. We love that.
Yeah.
There's that for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I do have the 2016 NBA draft.
Okay. Who is it?
2 players are on their same teams that drafted them in the top 10.
Top 10? Jesus.
So I'm going to list some names. Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Nets.
Yep.
Brandon Ingram. Pelicans. Jaylen Brown, still in Boston.
Okay.
Dragan Bender, number 4.
Okay.
Out of the league. Chris Dunn from Minnesota's 5th overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was part of the Jimmy Butler trade. Okay. And he's, I believe he's out of the league right now. High. Yeah, he was 5th. I knew that. Wow. He's from Providence. I think last time I checked, he was on the Hawks last year, I believe. Mm-hmm. He's an insane defensive player. He's not great at offense, but he's insane defense. Number 6 was the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay. Chose Buddy Hield, now a Pacer. Yep. He got traded his rookie season to Sacramento. Number 7, same team, Denver, Jamal Murray. Okay. Number 8 was Sacramento, which then got traded to Phoenix. So basically Phoenix, Marquise Chris. Okay. Out of the league. Mm-hmm. Kind of. He bounces around. He shows up every once in a while. He'll pop up. Number 9, Toronto. Chose Jakob Poeltl. He was included in the Kawhi trade, so he's on the Spurs still. Might actually be going back to the Raptors. And then number 10, Milwaukee. Who do you think they took? Big guy. Everyone thinks he lied about his age.
Oh, is that Thon?
Thon Maker. Yeah. Yep. Oh. I can keep going here. Number 11 was drafted by Orlando as Domantas Sabonis.
Wow.
Was traded to the Thunder.
Was he a draft night trade or?
No.
Wow.
Pretty sure he was a regular trade.
That's crazy.
Sabonis. He was in the
did not know he played for the
Serge Ibaka.
Okay. Wow, dude.
Yeah. I'm pulling listen, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pulling some of these just out of my brain. So I can get them wrong.
I'll roll with it.
Number 12, Utah picked Torian Prince, but I feel like he didn't stay with them. I feel like that was a draft night trade. But he's not with the same team because he's with Minnesota now. I feel like Torian Prince was like a net or something.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely in that.
Is that where he started his career?
I'll check for you.
Okay. Next is Georgios Papagiannis.
Is he on the Kings?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he was drafted to Phoenix, but I definitely recognize the name from King stuff. Yeah. Number 14, Chicago. Denzel Valentine. His biggest highlight is taking that 1-3 for no reason in the final seconds.
For some reason, thinking about Valentine, is it just me or did he get like a lot of hype coming out?
He did.
Of college.
He definitely did.
And I don't know, man.
He was just kind of like could do a lot.
He could and just never really panned out.
Yeah, he had the same like ride as Justice Winslow. Type B, you know?
Is Valentine, is he still in the league right now?
That's a great question. He last played for Utah last year.
Wow.
Played 2 games for Utah last year and has not caught on this year.
That's tough.
Actually, how many teams did he just play for in 2020? Oh, he just played for the 2. Okay. Chicago, Cleveland, Utah.
Okay.
After Denzel, Juancho Hernan-Gomez, drafted by the Nuggets, not there. Boston, 16th, Gershon Yebisola. Gershon Y.
Gershon Y.
I used to know how to say his name. He's not there. Wade Baldwin, number 17 to Memphis. He's out. Henry Ellenson, Detroit. He actually played for Detroit for a while, and I don't know why I know that. He was not good. I just remember seeing him a lot.
I don't know who that is.
Malik Beasley, drafted 19th.
Malik Beasley.
He's Denver.
Doing his thing, too. Yeah. Denver and Utah, oddly enough, great trade partners.
They really are.
And I feel like they shouldn't be, considering they're in the same division. And
that's where D-Mitch and Rudy came from, right?
Yeah,
on draft night
those
trades?
were both Denver picks, and the Utah Jazz just ended up sweet talking them. Wow.
I'm going to keep going here because this is getting crazy. Okay. 20th pick, Karis LeVert, Indiana.
Okay.
He's on Cleveland now.
Yes.
DeAndre Bembry to Atlanta. He was on the Nets last time I checked. Number 22, Charlotte chose Malachi Richardson. He played some games for Philadelphia. He's not very good. 23, Boston, Ante Zizak.
Okay.
He was included in the Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving swap.
Word.
Number 24, Philadelphia, Timothy Luwawu Cabaret, TLC. He was on Boston for a while, and then he was on Brooklyn as well.
I'm glad you know that.
I know a lot. LAC, Bryce Johnson. I don't know who that is. He's not in the league. And then the final guy who's still on his team in the first round. Let me double check that. Yep, the final guy who's still on his first team. Pick number 26, Furkan Korkmaz, still in Philadelphia.
For right now, knock on wood.
No, Madden.
Oh, sorry, Madden.
It's okay. Madden's my dog.
Yeah. My knocking got the dogs all perked
I'm
up.
so sorry. Number 27's on the same page, too. 26 and 27. Pascal Siakam.
Wow.
We chose Furkan over Pascal.
Ooh. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough right now. Pascal might not be on the same team for much longer, though.
They're going to keep him.
You think?
They came out today and say that he's the least likely to be traded on the team.
Okay.
Other than Scotty.
So they're looking OG,
Fred.
Gary Trent,
Fred VanVleet, everyone else. Thaddeus Young.
Yeah. Who do you think has the least value out of those three right there?
Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, and OG.
Yeah.
I think Gary Trent does. I think
All
OG has the most. I haven't fully understood how he has the most. Just because he's good.
Yeah.
He's like 15 to 17 points per game. Makes 1 to 2 threes. Great defender. Not a superstar.
There's your 3-and-D, though.
That's your 3-and-D, and that's 3 first-round picks worth, apparently.
I guess so.
That's crazy.
Because they did turn that down. They turned down 3 first-round picks. I want to know what team that was.
I bet it was like Phoenix or something.
Do you think that'd be 3 first-round picks straight up, nothing else?
Jake Crowder.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. If I'm Phoenix, I would have been so excited for that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, if I'm Phoenix, I pull the trigger. And if I'm Toronto, I'm saying no.
Yeah, I think that would.
I want a young player along with 3 first-round picks. Because that's the value for OG Anunoby.
It really is. At least, I don't know. Honestly, I think I might have taken it if I was Toronto.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he's worth that much.
LeBron's
got 20 on 6 for 10 shooting with 6 for 8 from free throw. Bam.
Thank you, Trey.
He hasn't missed a free throw since those first 2 we watched.
After we were slandering him?
Yeah.
Man, all right. In his grill. Oh, got him in the air. Parachuting. Stop.
Brick.
Pop. Brick. Did not drop. That's tough, dude.
LeBron lost them, too. He might not break it tonight, then.
Yeah, you know.
He dropped 20 in the first half. He's got 16 to go.
You got faith. There's just so... I don't know. Imagine spending... Okay, so tickets for this game.
Yep.
On third-party like ticket sales.
Resellers.
Yeah, resellers.
Scalpers.
Up to $92,000. That was as of like Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
How much money do you have to have in your savings to pay for those tickets? Pay for like one ticket for you.
Gotta have a lot. I would want.
What's the bare minimum?
Bare minimum
in your savings?
I would want at least $1 million. Like bare.
You asked me this question the other day, and so I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're saying $1 million bare minimum?
Yeah. If I had $1 million just chilling, in my savings.
In your savings.
Yeah, I guess. Oh no. I'd say like 1.5. 1.5.
LeBron turnover or Patrick Beverly turnover.
That's how much I would.
1.5 mil.
Yeah. What?
My number's really low. I said $1 million.
92,001.
I said $1 million last year.
Yeah.
Or last time you asked me.
All
I want to go to this game.
Yeah.
I want double what it costs. I'll take if I have $200,000 in my savings and I have like let's say like $300 in my checking for the week. I might be spending the $92K.
Wow.
I might just do it. But honestly, I would only do it if he didn't get it this game and he was like 4 away in Milwaukee. Okay,
that's fair. So you wouldn't spend it on this game, but Milwaukee if you knew for an absolute fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do have $92K times 2. So if I don't have it for this game, I'll just listen. I might actually. Let's say I'm gonna say save $300,000.
Yeah.
$300,000, and I would buy a ticket.
Oh my
I'm bad with money. What can I say?
I respect that decision.
I would lose my mind to be there when LeBron broke it.
Trey, I'm gonna lose my mind if and when he breaks it tonight. Oh, Josh Giddey. Oh, it was a foul.
It's weird watching this with no sound.
It is. You want me to turn on the sound?
Copyright.
Man,
this is crazy.
Screw
I mean,
the
we're sitting here. I guess we can go through some more trade deadline pieces, but I mean, this is a lot more lackadaisical of a podcast that this episode is. So, I mean, we have a couple options. We could pause recording until we get closer, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could go over some more trade deadline pieces. I got a whole document full of trade deadline people if you want.
Trey, I'm okay if we paused and just
watch the game. All right. We'll be back if it drops down to like 4. But if not, hey, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
Deuces, potentially.
Potential deuces.
Potential deuces.
Hello. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, I hope you guys stayed around for that brief psych outro. But LeBron is currently 4 points away now from breaking the all-time NBA scoring record, and we're just gonna talk. We're just going to talk and watch. He just checked back in. He was on the bench for like
30 seconds.
Yeah, it was very short lived.
It's a little bit of 2K.
So yeah, we were playing 2K in the meantime.
There's Bryce and Bronny.
I know. Why is Bronny or Bryce yawning?
I was gonna say, how you yawning, bro? Your dad's 4 points away. What are you talking about yawning?
You know what? In his defense, it is a school night.
You know what? I kind of forget that Bryson.
Oh, wow. AD had a great hustle play. Oh, kicking it back up. LeBron with a great transition play by the Lakers.
That was all AD, bro.
And, we even got Kareem to smile. He's smiling. He's clapping.
Bryce and Bronny did not care
Call the timeout.
at all.
No, they did not. LeBron is now 2 points away from
I want to see this again. Look at this shot from AD.
Freaking great hustle.
He dove into Troy Brown and then into Lonnie. Oh.
That was awesome. That was a good transition ball.
You know what the best part about that transition ball was?
What?
Westbrook didn't have the ball at all.
I think that's what made it so effective.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. Why is Post Malone telling me about the All-Star game right now?
Post Malone lives in Utah. He has a house in Utah.
Why?
That's his vibe. That was his house.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, dude.
You should have your wedding at Post Malone's house.
Hey, Posty.
We know you're listening. # pod.
What are you doing August 4th? And can I use your real estate?
And if not, property? Do you want to come to a wedding?
Yeah.
You don't have to
Screw
perform.
The DJ.
Just come. Oh, that too, I guess.
Yeah, just for fun.
If you want to, but if you don't want to, you can just come say hi and congratulations.
You just seem like a cool dude.
We know you're a big fan of the pod.
Always
#big pod.
#big pod. Friend of the pod. Big pod.
Friend of the guys.
Friend of the guys.
Guys of the friend.
I guess he's performing at the All-Star game. That's why we brought up Post Malone.
He just showed up.
He just showed up.
I was like, oh, hi.
A little hype
Post Malone.
intro. Yeah.
I'm going to send some weird text right now about Bron being 2 points away.
Yep. Yeah, it did generate a Kareem smile. The league did come out though and said when LeBron does break the record that they're just going to keep on playing. There won't be any funny business. It's going to be business as normal. So I'll be curious to see what team decides to foul, buy him a little time, so the fans can properly acknowledge the feat that happened, or which team will call a timeout. Because it's one of those things, a record like this, you don't know if it'll ever be broken again.
It'll never be broken again.
I don't think anyone.
I mean, no one's going to have this longevity.
Yeah.
If Luka stays at what he is for 23 years, he's got it, but
23 years is a lot of time to ask from
this isn't
anyone.
LeBron's last season either. This isn't a farewell tour. This is just business as usual with Bron scoring 30 season. Points per game.
Okay, he has a Mike Muscala in the post. Oh,
Mike locked him down, bro.
Yeah, Mike's clamping up. He's like, I don't want to be the player that LeBron scores.
Troy Brown gave it back to him.
Record.
That's an open 3 for Lonnie.
Ooh, that's a tough miss.
They're refusing. They are not trying to give it to him in the third today.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
I told Trey this off recording, but to me, it would be so much better. This game, this record, obviously it's going to be great regardless, but it'd be better if the Lakers can win. All right, he has him in the post. He's driving a fadeaway. LeBron. There it goes. All right, there he goes. Yep.
I'll turn on the sound.
That's awesome.
Turn on the sound.
That's awesome. What are they saying? Kareem standing, clapping.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, he did it his way.
He didn't have to do a hook shot. He got the shot.
Hook. That's awesome.
He got the shot that they gave him.
NBA's all-time leading scorer.
Oh my gosh.
38,388 points and counting. LeBron James. That's awesome.
That's so cool. I'm so happy we stayed on for the podcast.
And when y'all are listening tomorrow, I hope you stayed on long enough with us to get our real.
We know this is a long episode.
Yeah,
we wanted it to be because it was
something special tonight.
Oh, they're doing. Look at they've stopped everything.
Yeah, they stopped everything.
Remember, they're like, we're not gonna do anything special, court. Bro. It's crazy. It's like the end of the game right now.
Literally, cameras galore, hugging his mom. Oh my God! Yeah, there are so many media members on the court right now.
It's the entire court.
It is. It really is.
It's Braun with all of his kids.
Family's flicking up.
Bro,
that's awesome.
Oh,
I love it.
Is that Kenrich Williams? Is that who that is? Yep. Braun drops his fadeaway on Kenrich Williams for the record.
So I guess those $92,000 would have been worth it right there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to spend it twice.
Oh,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's even cool. Braun's mic'd up on this game, bro.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Now it's gonna be a lot of fun to hear everything he was saying throughout the game.
I have no idea who you hugging, what's happening.
Literally. Bro, how do you go and play
the rest of the game
that
you're losing?
Yeah. That you're down in.
Listen, I don't want to taint the moment, but it's 104.97.
It is.
Or 104.99.
10.9 left in the third, but
they try to fake us out saying they're going to do something special. This is a whole graphic they got right now. LeBron James from high school.
That's awesome. Yeah, the presentation right now it's awesome. We'll have to share it on our socials, but
this is
they're
wild.
Doing a whole montage of
this is
just
wild.
His greatness, his milestones, 10,000 points.
This is so cool.
20,000 points.
That was with the Heat.
30,000 points. Dunks galore. That's beautiful.
Dude, everything is 10.9 left on the clock. LeBron's got the entire of the third quarter.
Yeah,
LeBron's got all the media on the court.
Now they're just trying to usher everyone back to.
How do you play an entire game?
Literally.
How do you? Oh my gosh, bro! Hey, Kareem.
There's Kareem.
King. Oh my gosh.
Kareem is like, can I sit down now?
Listen, I'm kind of sick of. I just I like ball.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we just watched LeBron become the leading scorer.
That's awesome.
Bro.
In the headband, too.
The headband looks bad, man. He needs to not wear that headband.
Wow.
This has to be the most watched regular season. It does. It does. This has to be the most watched regular season game of all time.
I would say, okay, they're literally doing a whole
Adam Silver's on the court with LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, he's about to cry. Oh,
bro, I'd be crying too. This is so big. That cheerleader just had the biggest moment of her life giving that microphone to Adam Silver.
It's awesome. All right, Adam Silver's giving his speech.
Dude.
Saying how a lot of people thought record would never be broken.
It'd be really funny if we're narrating this so they can hear it still.
Yeah. You know what? We're going under the impression that no one can hear it. Wow, that was like some NBA 2K thing, like when you get your MVP in the game.
Yeah, you win the championship. Yeah. You're like, I believe this trophy and this briefcase are yours, and there's no briefcase that they animated, so it's just a weird audio part.
Yeah, Kareem just handed
what are they chanting?
LeBron a basketball. Very symbolic. Now they're flicking up Silver, Kareem, and LeBron. That's sick. Oh, now it's just LeBron and Kareem. 1 and 2, baby. 1 and 2. Wow. Imagine if Kareem liked LeBron. How cool would that moment be?
This is crazy. Yeah. Like literally, no one is seated. I'm pretty sure, like, everyone in that entire stadium. The most sold out game in NBA history. Probably the most. What are they saying? All time leading scorer.
LeBron James.
Dude.
Wow. Well,
this is so much of a different podcast.
It really is. It really is.
What are you saying, Bron? You're welcome.
Thanking the fans.
I mean, I'm not the fan.
Yeah,
I'm not the Laker faithful, but I'm a LeBron faithful. So you're welcome.
He's giving his roses to Kareem.
Kareem looks like he wants to sit down. Hi, Magic Johnson. Remember, I'm not going to be here. You're here now, aren't you?
I'm not going to be here. That's a great meme, too. He's giving shout-outs to everybody who's been alongside him.
Bro, Bronny looks like a full-blown adult.
Yeah, Bronny's... Wow. We're just watching. So I apologize if...
It's a random USC shirt in the back.
There is a USC shirt. Man.
It is California.
Someone give her a Laker t-shirt.
LeBron, take off your jersey. Give it to her.
Here you go.
LeBron plays the rest of the game. No jersey.
Ooh! He just dropped the F-bomb. That's awesome.
He said F, man. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
LeBron gets fined. Gets all of his points discredited.
Sorry.
Breaks it a second time.
Game didn't count. You cursed on national television. Well, there you go, guys.
That's it.
Yeah, we're just having to hang out.
It's been fun, and it's been real.
It's been real fun today. Yeah,
it's been real fun. It's always been real fun.
History.
This is crazy.
It was good stuff.
Look at how happy he is, bro.
He is ecstatic. But there you guys go.
If they lose, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
I don't even want to think about that right now. But that's awesome. I think we'll end it there, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Tune in next week for another great episode. Maybe a little more LeBron talk, because
a little more.
Yeah. Then we can reflect on the game and just what we watched. But yeah, thank you. And deuces.
I can't say words.